Hello, everyone. This is Eugenie here, and today I'm going to share two tips too that will help you have more energy and more time. If you're a teacher or professional, this could come in very handy. It is very easy. And yeah, so without any further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen with you, and we can start. Okay, so let me start with introducing myself and oh, sorry. Okay, two tips for energy and time, you beautiful people. All right. Um, so my name is Eugenie Ducatel. Like I said, I am a life coach, but before I became a life coach, I am still, and I was a high school teacher. And my story, really briefly, is that I am a person who enjoys things to be well done. So I used to just go full on in my work, give, give, give. My expectations of myself were really high. And I mean, coupled with the fact that teaching is a very high demanding job with a lot of pressures, I had a professional burnout in 2018, from which I recovered. I got lots of help. I got a coach. I started practicing some very healthy strategies to bring myself back to me. And so now I'm a life coach and I support teachers, professionals with their health. Because if you don't have your health, people, you don't have very much. So there we go. Um, Most days, as you know, if you're a teacher especially, I do not need to tell you that it is a little bit bananas at school and that we are usually easily overwhelmed by all the pressure, by all the tasks. It's one thing after the other. It feels like a sprint slash marathon. At the end of the day, our brain is mush. And so all of this stuff in our heads, while we may not be doing heavy physical lifting or building roads or breaking walls, we are physically exhausted because we are mentally drained. So this is what I really wanted to mention first. We kind of look like this when we're done at the end of our day. It's not good, but I think that's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's quite accurate. So creating mental space is definitely one way where you will have more time and more energy, and I will explain to you why. So tip number one, you guys, we all have cell phones and we know our students drive us crazy because they are always on their cell phones, but we are also very much avid users of these cute little contraptions and they accompany us, especially after school, especially at home. So tip number one is to put your phone away at least before you go to bed, especially before you go to bed. So I recommend 30 minutes before you go to bed. Put the phone in another room, turn it off, hide it even better, so that when you go to bed, that is not the last thing you will see. It is not the last things you will check. Some of us teachers, we love to check our work emails until the last possible moment because we care. Some students are due to hand us in assignments. We've given them extensions. It is around bedtime, half an hour, even ideally an hour before bedtime. Put the damn thing away. And instead, because we do also get distracted by social media, um, which, let's be honest, is a bit of a waste of time, right? So if you usually just go on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, if you're a Reels junkie, um, you're going to have about an hour or 2 hours of your time sucked down the drain. So this is tip number one. If you put your phone away and you're not tempted to use it, you will save a considerable amount of time. The other reason, like I said, before you go to bed, that you don't see your phone is that you will create this mental space before you go to bed. Ideally, you read a book, you'll just whatever, relax. And so your mind will have time to decompress before you go into this sweet, beautiful slumber so that you have a little bit of downtime for your mind. And so then you should sleep better. That's the thing. Although most of us have things spinning in our heads, but that's for another webinar. So yeah, when you wake up in the morning, beautiful people, Before you jump out of bed, go, go, go. It's off to the races. On your marks, get set, go. Um, your phone is not going to be in your room. So you will not be able to reach for it to quick check your messages, your DMs, your Facebook, your whatever it is that you look, or even worse, your work emails. You will check your work emails, but you don't have to do it right away because when you wake up, this is your mind. It is rested, it is beautiful. There's no footprints, there's nothing that has happened today. And so it is peaceful and it is calm. And I recommend you keep it that way for 10, 15 minutes. So, how am I saving you time? I'm saving you time right now because instead of experiencing this peace, you're going to be on your phone checking messages, checking your work emails right away because quick, you've got to make sure everything is ready to go before you go to school. La, 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 la. Stop. 10, 15 minutes instead of doing that will give you more poise, more peace, more calm. Yes. So, tip two, replace your phone with peace in the morning. And I recommend, okay, if you're a meditator, perfect. Meditate 10, 15 minutes. But I told you two tips today. So the second tip is creating peace in the morning. Your phone is already away. That was tip number one. And while you're having your cup of coffee, your cup of tea, a glass of water, whatever makes you happy, I highly recommend you just sit with this cup. You feel it, feel the warmth, you taste it, you put a timer on there if you're afraid you're going to lose track of time, and you can go through breathing as you taste your coffee. And you are also welcome to think about the beautiful things that you have. Practicing gratitude is a powerful way of creating beautiful mental space, which then will create more energy later. Because if you go right ahead and jump into that phone right away, you're already starting the drain on your brain. Yeah. So just as you breathe, take a little sip, breathe, and think, man, I'm just so lucky I have a delicious cup of coffee this morning. Or I'm lucky I have fantastic colleagues. Or I'm so grateful that I have a roof over my head and it's warm in my house. Whatever it may be, take a few minutes to do that. However long you would spend on your phone, checking emails, doing Facebook, whatever, invest that time instead into just drinking your cup of coffee without any kind of rush. Because I have a news flash for you, and you know this to be true. You're going to be rushing all day anyway. And don't worry, you'll get everything done. So this time is for you. There you have it. Don't you feel better already? So yes, the positive effects, of course, I've just mentioned them. You will sleep better at night. If your phone is away, you will not be distracted. And we all know that if we sleep better, we are just better human beings and we have more energy the next day. Um, and then in the morning, instead of rushing towards your phone, to your phone, take that time before the insanity begins, and it will not make any difference for the rest of your day, except it will create a mental space for you where you will be more energized, more calm to handle the circus when you get there. And practicing gratitude as you're drinking your coffee is going to allow your eyes, your mindset, your conscience to focus on what is good instead of starting off on focusing on what is bad. There you go. I hope these tips help. And let me know. Like me if you want, and contact me for anything. If you are an educator trying to conquer the overwhelm, I'm your person because I'm your number one supporter in health so you can experience more joy, more confidence, and more energy. Bye for now.